You're blonde, you've got beard. You look very different from the Star Wars films.
Well, actually, if you look at all the things I've done, I think I look different in everything. I mean, obviously, Luke was one character who grew up and aged, but since then I've played Mozart in Amadeus with those silly orange wigs, and I was in The Elephant Man. I didn't, not the movie version with all the makeup, but the play. And
On Broadway.
Right. In Room Service, I had slicked back black hair and a pencil-line mustache, and I stood with a hunch and was playing a kind of a middle-aged Jewish producer, so I looked much different than that. Actors like those kind of handles to hide behind, because sometimes maybe the costume or the way you look will inform how you function as a character. It's very useful sometimes. So, I mean, it's helpful for me to not look like myself here. What are they doing?
So what brings you here?
What are they filming this?
The model. That's all right, just keep going.
No, this.
Oh, that's the video. Forget him. Ignore him. Does that bother you?
Yeah.
Okay, no video.
Tell us a little bit about your character in the film.
Well, it's an adventure film, and it's not so much futuristic as what they call post-apocalyptic, but a new order. And to me, it's a Western. And you don't get a chance to do Westerns that much anymore. I'm sure if I were born 30 years before, they were so popular all over the world, really. And they seem to have died out, so you don't get to play those type of characters. You don't get a chance to play those type of characters too much anymore. But it's fun, and for once I'm playing the antagonist rather than the protagonist. That's what's exciting to me.
Det kostar en hel del pengar att göra film, och det är producentens uppgift att se till att det finns nödiga resurser. Kurtz producerade bland annat storfilmerna om Stjärnornas krig.
This picture is a modestly budgeted film. It's not in the Star Wars Superman class at all, and we're trying to do whatever we have to do in terms of visual effects and production value at a reasonable level.
What is a modestly budgeted film?
It's about, by American standards, modestly budgeted. It's about £7 million, or about the equivalent of now, I guess, $12 million, something in that range, whereas the average film made in Hollywood now is up to 17 or 18 million, which seems very high, but it's partly inflation. At this location here at Eats, a local young scavenger con man type, played by Bill Paxton, senses that if there's a reward for this guy, that maybe he can get all this money for himself, so he sort of kidnaps the prisoner.
Hey, Paul, very good. Right?
Yes.
Perfect. Roll, please.
Can't see the number. Thank you.
And action.
I can believe that. If I'd lowered the snake's head.
Another coffee, please. He doesn't need anything. Move past it. Don't think I caught you.
Man opens. To the Rattler.
What brings you here?
I'm a businessman. I buy and sell things.
Bill Paxton är en ung och kommande skådespelare som de som vet inom filmvärlden tippar blir ett stornamn. Här i Sverige känner vi honom bland annat från filmerna Aliens återkomsten, Terminator och Streets of Fire. Why did you choose this part?
Because it was a little different. There's been oops, just tore my pants. There's been a lot of futuristic films that are being done in the last few years. This film is not unlike Road Warrior in the premise that it's in this afterworld, after the end of the world. But what's different about this film, it has to do with these airships and dirigibles, and everything's kind of wind-powered. And I think the plot line is kind of like an old Western, but it's in a new setting that you haven't seen before. And so I was very intrigued by the setting of the film and the character. He's a great character for me to play. I've played a lot of heavies and a lot of kind of either the coward or the bad guy, and this is a chance for me to play. It's still a character, but he's a leading man. And he gets to kind of chase the women a bit. It's fun. It's been a lot of fun for me.
A bit like you.
Yeah, no, I'm happily married. And but it's you know, we all have an alter ego.
Thank you very much.
Tack så mycket. Och hej då.